Today we're reading Hansel and Gretel in the winery. Deep in the forest lived a witch named Wilson. Wilson wasn't like most witches. She was a good witch who only used good magic. Willow had even made herself a home entirely out of gingerbread. One day, while out in the forest, Willow spotted a trail of breadcrumbs which she decided to follow. At the end of the trail, she found two children. "We're Hansel and Gretel. What do you want?" demanded the children. "I'm worried these breadcrumbs might lead birds and mice to my gingerbread home," said Willow. "Could you help me clean them up?" Hansel and Gretel didn't like this idea, so they left Willow to tidy up on her own. But Willow did not get angry, because Willow was a good witch. When she arrived home, Willow couldn't believe her eyes. "Hansel, Gretel, please don't eat my house," cried Willow. "But it's so tasty," Gretel said with a mouth full of gingerbread. Hansel and Gretel must be very hungry, Willow thought to herself, so she invited them in for dinner. While Hansel and Gretel made themselves at home, Willow used her best and most delicious spells to cook up a feast for them. Unluckily for Willow, when she got to the table, she found that Hansel and Gretel had already gobbled up all the food. But Willow did not get angry because Willow was a good witch. It wasn't long before Willow had more to worry about than her rumbling tummy. Hansel and Gretel had found Willow's spells and wands and began to play with them. "Please be careful with my magic things," Willow cried. But Hansel and Gretel still would not listen. The magic grew and grew and grew. Wanting the house to all themselves, Hansel and Gretel agreed to get rid of Willow. Gretel pushed the witch into the oven, and the naughty twins carried on filling her home with spells, until it was bursting with magic. It wasn't long before Willow's home collapsed. It was only made out of gingerbread after all, but this time Willow did get angry. Because Willow was not always a good witch. The end. That was Hansel and Gretel.